The first thing I noticed immediately was it wasn't uncomfortable at all. But the first physical thing I noticed was when you were working on it or allowing me to talk, I noticed I didn't have to breathe out of my mouth. That was the first really noticeable thing I picked up. I could keep my mouth shut and breathe, and I normally don't do that. I also noticed I didn't have the urge to constantly move my jaw, and if I can demonstrate that, I would always have to be one that would just do something like this. Something just to release the tension that I was feeling right through here, especially on my right side. But
so the muscles in your jaw before were relatively tight, and it's like stretching your back or
absolutely.
Stretching your legs or something like that.
That's something. Over an hour, I don't know consciously I ever thought about it, but it was several times an hour. I would always have to just to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't had that urge to do that here in the last hour.
Okay.
Which is unusual for me.
Tell me about your shoulder.
Shoulder, I lived for the last 15 years at least with the constant, it was a muscle that was just tight all the time. I found a lot of relief when my wife or my daughters would massage this, especially right in this area here.
Mm-hmm.
And that is noticeably not as tight. Just doing this movement like that, in the past there was an achiness to it. That I don't notice that near as much right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like I told you, I'm not one that, I don't want to exaggerate that. It's real. And that to me is powerful, because I don't have that sense of, constantly having to stretch it as well either. And that's pretty neat. If I went from a 10 to where I was to where, a 10 being for me the pain, and 10 was the worst pain, now man, Doc, I 2 maybe. I mean, I really feel that relaxed right through there. I don't have that urge to keep, leaning forward right now either, which is, it's been good. That's a plus.
But it seemed to me like you were breathing more deeply through your belly breathing. Do you have any sense about that?
Yeah, I do. I feel as though I can get a deep breath without. I referred to it one time as I used to be a panter. Listen to me, I'm already talking in past tense. But I would breathe like very shallow breaths, and that I've noticed, especially when I was in a chair, that kind of refreshing, take it in and, not worry about that next breath. That's a different sensation for me.